Hi, my name is Key. We've been talking about trauma responses, how to heal these parts. My purpose in life is to protect the children. When I realized we have to learn to protect ourselves before we can protect the next generation. Today, I want to help you learn how to create space for these stones that we talked about in our previous post. These stones were created as barricades to protect ourselves from getting hurt or what we thought was perceived hurt, or because in our family of origin, we didn't have a choice but to help try to stabilize the family system. We're going to go deeper. I would love if you could grab a pen and paper. A notebook would be better. Or of course, you can use your computer or phone notes. Think of a recent moment or event where you felt unseen, dismissed, rejected, overwhelmed, or misunderstood. Write that down. Now describe it simply and neutrally. What in the situation stood out to you? What message did you get from that situation? In other words, what meaning did you make internally, usually about yourself, about what happened? I felt unseen. I felt like I wasn't important. I felt like I didn't matter. There can be lots of different meanings. Find your own. This is where you learn to create space. Now I want you to think of all of the emotions that it brought up. For instance, lonely, hurt, unimportant, invisible, anger, embarrassed, confused, ashamed. Where do you feel those in your body? Sometimes our body will indicate to us where we're feeling it. And when we learn to get to know ourselves, our bodies will indicate what's going on. Now think of what need of yours felt unmet in that moment. What need of yours? What were you really needing? It's okay to need, especially in regards to yourself. It may take some time for you to create space and find out what you were needing. A lot of people have never given it a voice, but try to really ask, what was I really needing? Some things might be to feel listened to feel seen, for somebody to be in tune to me, respect, connection, safety. Just allow whatever you are needing to come into play. This is where I want you to notice if you tend to be judging that, because we all have a part of us that can be a critic. And I need you to go and validate those feelings, whatever it is, those unmet needs. For instance, if you didn't feel listened to, I want you to either write or tell yourself energetically, I hear you. You didn't feel listened to. You didn't feel seen. That's a real feeling. I understand. Can you imagine if somebody said they didn't feel listened to and you're like, so what? A lot of times we wouldn't do that to other people, but we do that to ourselves. So this is where we have to practice learning to be more understanding and compassionate. Most of us are super kind to others, more so than ourselves. It's time to finally do that to ourselves. If you have a hard time with this, ask yourself, what would I tell a friend? Or what would I tell my child or a child? Usually then you can kind of tap into that empathetic, compassionate part. Now, underneath that feeling or those feelings, what is the deeper fear? Ask yourself. Wait for a response. Write that deeper fear down. Maybe your deeper fear is, I'm too much. I'll be left. Again, create space. Validate that. Of course you feel like too much. Of course you feel like you're not enough. Those were real things that happened to you. This is the start of creating space to learn what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, where it comes from. We just have to start creating space. We'll continue to decipher this and talk to those younger parts. But first we have to figure out the stones that are there that are barricading the door. We can't skip steps, sorry. And when you show up for these stones that have been placed to protect you, you give yourself a corrective experience that says, you are worth it, you are enough. And each time you do this, whatever the precipitating event that activated whatever response you wrote, the more alignment you become with yourself. I love you. You got this.